And if we hit play, let's see how far we got. Tree is growing still, that's good. And as you can see, when we enter that box, invisible box, text comes up. See that? Okay, it says press Q button to cut this tree. If I get out of that box and nothing happens, that text still is there, so we don't want that. We need to fix that. Okay, if you decide not to cut the tree and you exit, we don't want this text to be there. So let's fix that real quick. Go back to your JavaScript, and we're gonna make the new function called function on trigger exit. Call column collider and open up the braces. Inside the braces, again, we can copy this line of code, if statement code, the whole thing pretty much. We can copy all this. All right, just copy it. Let's do it like that. Paste it inside here, and all we have to do is change this line of code. It says input text, that text, this press Q button to cut this tree. Just take that out, replace it with the space, or you don't have to have a space, but you can hit the space and make sure nothing is there, otherwise again you'll have issues. So what this function does is pretty much saying on trigger exit, when we exit that box, when you exit this box, make sure that wherever it says in the text box, alright, make sure to replace it with what? With nothing. Okay, so let's hit play and see that and work, if that works, if it did something good. So we entered the box and the argument is true. The press Q button to cut this tree, that's good. I exit the box and nothing happens. I don't know why. That's not good. Should work. Did I save? Did I save it? I did. On trigger exit, call collider, player, input text, the text. Yes. So it's not going to work because we don't have a way to determine whether we are well, the on trigger enter works fine, but on trigger exit doesn't, since we haven't determined whether we entered or not. I mean, it should work, but there's more to it that we need to do, is we have to bring in the variable again, a new variable. We're gonna call it through public var, and it's gonna be, we're gonna call it entrance, and it's going to be a column. It's going to be a boolean. It's a small boolean. No. Alright. It is. It's just indicator is not giving me boolean. Semicolon. Alright. Save it now. And the on trigger exit, well, we have to reference to a boolean now. So if a game object tag is a player, then the entrance is false. Semicolon. And then in the untrigger enter, we also will have to bring the entrance in play. Entrance is equal to true, semicolon. So what this does is untrigger enter. When player enters that collider and the game object tags is scanned as player, then mark that make that argument as true. After you make that argument as true, then show the text. Upon the exit, pretty much again scan the tag for the player, and if the argument is right, therefore make the entrance false, then replace wherever is in the text box with nothing. So I hope that's what needs to be done. Let's see if we have any issues. Hit play. Find it. Let's see. All right. So as you can see here, well, it's not doing it. Entrance just said okay. Argument is true, but on the exit it's not. Must have done something wrong here. Alright, I made a mistake. That's why I had issues. On trigger exit, I misspelled the trigger, so just put in the R at the end of the trigger. So on trigger exit, this should work. If not, it's gonna drive me crazy since I'm trying to hurry up make these videos. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed. Watch this. Entrance should check mark it once I enter the box. Yep. Text is up. If I leave the box, entrance is no longer true, therefore replace the text with nothing. So it works. So this function works perfectly, just the way I want it. Okay, let's move on. Now we have to cut the tree. How are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna bring in a new function called timer. So function timer parentheses, and then open up braces. Inside the braces, we're gonna bring in a yield statement. Yield space wait for FOR seconds. That's right there. In parentheses, let's say 3 seconds, 3F. Semicolon at the end, and then I'm gonna bring in this statement of destroy.